Hey chicas, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to recreate the look I did for New Year's Eve. Stay tuned. First I'm starting by prepping my skin with moisturizer and my Benefits Professional Primer. Today I'm using the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in shade number 8. I am also using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC30, not only as my under eye coverage, but also as my highlight. For my contour shade, I'm using the LA Girl Beautiful Bronze Concealer and just blending that out with my Beauty Blender. I'm also going back and just reiterating that highlight with my concealer and just retouching it. I'm then going to set my highlight with the Ben Nye translucent powder, and then just the areas where I don't use the Ben Nye, I like to use the MAC Studio Fix powder in NC40, which is usually just my forehead, under my cheeks, things like that. I'm setting my contour shade with CoverGirl setting powder in a dark shade. Let's move on to brows. So today I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Express in the shade Brunette. And basically I'm just filling in all the little areas where I'm missing hair. My eyebrows are very sparse, as you can see. So I'm going to take the Cinema Secrets Foundation Palette in number 3. I'm just cleaning up the brow area right underneath, just carving it out for a much cleaner look. And always remember to really blend out that concealer or foundation underneath and over your eyebrow, just so you get a very blended and balanced look when you're finished. Alright, so now I'm taking my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre and just laying that right before I start applying my shadow. Today I'm using the Natasha Denona Star Palette. I'm starting with the color Flesh, just as my transition color, so right above the crease. And I basically just blend this until I don't see any harsh lines, because this is my transition color, so I want it to kind of just fade into my crease color, which you will see shortly. And I'm doing the same thing to the other eye, just blending the crease color, blending it upward in circular motions until you don't see any harsh lines. The little trick I like to do is extending that transition color all the way to the outer corner of the eye. Just feels like it elongates the eye just a little bit more. Now we're going back into the Natasha Denona palette in the color Gemma, and basically just placing this on the crease and blending it upward. Alright, so next I'm taking that same color Gemma and I'm placing it in the inner corner of the eye, and basically almost creating a football-like shape without having them touch or connect with each other. So we're leaving that inside of the eye very bare, and you will see why in just a second. Now we're basically just doing the same thing to the other eye. And here I'm just taking whatever excess color I have on the brush already. I'm just extending that out. I felt like it needed to be a little more of a V shape, so I'm just bringing that color outward and creating a more elongated eye, or a cat eye, as you can tell. Now I'm taking that same transition color Flesh, and I'm just touching up the areas that I feel we lost that transition. So now we're going back into the Natasha Denona palette, and we're going with the color Cosmo, and we are going to place this with our fingers actually. Some of the colors in the palette are very creamy-like, so I felt like we can get more of a color payoff if we used our fingers. And basically, we're just concentrating the color in the very center of the eyelid and just dragging that downward. Doing this technique really gives you a color payoff. You can really see the gold sparkles in the shadow. And if you happen to get any sparkles in your brown shadow, like I did, just brush those off with the same brush. They come right up. Alright, so it's liner time. Today I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner in number 77, one of probably the darkest black liners I have worked with. I do love gel liners. They're some of my favorite. I feel like you can get a more precise line. And today I really want to do a very thin wing. So I'm taking my time, basically just working the liner all across the eye, as close to the lash line as possible. And here I'm just taking that eyeliner and extending it past my tear duct to get more of that cat eye shape. Alright, so now to the fun stuff. Glitter, duh! So now we're using the NYX Gold Crystal Gel Liner, but we're not using it as liner. We're actually going to use it just to place on top of that Cosmo shadow that we placed right in the center of the lid. So the glitter, concentrate it on the center of your lid. It's going to look so bomb. Once that glitter is dry, we're taking our L'Oreal Luminous Mascara and just applying that to our lashes. And today I'm using my Lily lashes in the style Miami to complete this eye look. I always like to take one corner of the lash and stretch it to the outer corner of my eye, and then take the inner corner and make sure both of those sides are glued down. Right before I apply the lash, I always like to stretch or bend them so that they're easier to apply directly to the eye. Next, I'm taking some liquid black eyeliner that came with my Lily lashes, and I'm basically just placing this on top of the lash line, making sure that none of the glue is showing through. And now I'm taking my MAC Fascinating White Eyeliner Pencil, and I'm placing this right in the center of the bottom of my waterline. Alright, and next I'm taking my Morphe M515 brush into that Titania shadow from the same Natasha Denona palette, and I'm placing this directly underneath that white liner we just placed on our waterline. It'll create a soft shadow effect, and it'll also make your eyes look a lot bigger. Alright, now we're ready to clean up. So now we're just brushing away our setting powder and all that loose fallout that probably fell through. I'm also going back with my mascara and just touching up the bottom lashes. Can't forget about those. And I don't know about you guys, but I love me some bronzer. So today I'm taking the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer, and I'm basically just retouching my contour, and I'm taking this a little bit above my contour. I usually don't use blush, so I like to really emphasize my bronzer as my blush. So sometimes I'll take this down even underneath my cheeks, down to my neck, for a much blended look. I also will go back with my MAC Studio Fix powder and NC40 and just touch up underneath my eye area to give me that smooth, very smooth look. So for my lips, I decided to do the Kylie Lip Kit in Dolce K, along with the So Cute lip gloss. So first I start by lining my lips. I always line outside of my lip line, just to create a fuller lip. I actually like to take the liner and fill in the corners of my lip with the liner. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I'm also taking the MAC Myth lipstick before I do the Kylie So Cute gloss. It just gives it more of that creamy nude lip look. Just about done, but I feel like I forgot something. Oh yeah, highlight, duh. So I'm taking my MAC Fix Plus and my MAC 168 brush and just spraying that down. And then I will take my Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop highlight and apply it to the very top of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and the tip of my nose. And voila, we are done. So that's it. Our New Year's Eve look with a pop of glitter on the eye and a nude lip. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you soon.